Hey team, and welcome. I'm your host, Carrie, creator of Mother Life, your destination for all things real talk and parenting. This is the IRL group chat, where we talk about the wild balancing act of pursuing careers and passions while also doing our best to show up for our kids. Join me every week as I sit down with some badass parents in my closet and we talk about their careers, kids, and relationships and all of the weird shit that comes up when you're trying to balance the seemingly impossible. Reinvention. Something that has been memorialized in literature and in society. There's something poetic and admirable about the phoenix rising from the ashes, the diamond coming into existence under immense pressure, the most lethal weapons being forged in the hottest fires. Reinvention can be costly. If it came for free, everyone would be doing it all of the time, at the slightest whim for change. But in reality, it's often the hard moments, the come to Jesus moments, as they are so aptly named, that define a person's character. What do they do? Who do they become when the times are the toughest, the hardest, the most unforgiving? This week's archival episode goes all the way back to episode 2 of the pod, a story that I knew I wanted to share and tell before I even had a platform to do it, because I will never not be in awe of this incredible woman, mother, friend. She's the epitome of constant reinvention, constant dedication to making herself a better version of herself, for setting a good example in all aspects of her life, from health and fitness to work ethics, to relationships, to the sheer radical act of doggedly pursuing her dreams, to be an example for her daughter. When you get the opportunity to sit courtside at this elite level of athleticism in the game of life, you understand what the poets and philosophers and authors were all talking about when they saw the beauty of reinvention, because it's so obvious that you see it too. Queensylvia Akuchie is an NAACP-nominated costume designer with more than 20 years of experience under her belt. Her work is more than clothes, it's visual storytelling that has deep roots in her culture. Akuchie made history as the first costume designer for the Oprah Winfrey Network. She's collaborated with Hollywood legends such as Denzel Washington, Oprah Winfrey, Tom Cruise, Ben Affleck, Tyler Perry. Her work on the hit series Bel-Air has been attributed to redefining contemporary Black style on the screen. She's doing all of that while raising her daughter on her own to believe in her own strength, her own resilience, and her ability to reinvent. Enjoy. Welcome to the closet. Welcome to the pod. Happy to have you here.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to try not to cry.
Oh my God. Yes, last week somebody cried.
I'm like...
No, this is...
Like, she's my all the things.
Okay, so first of all, if you've met me before, you know that I will cry at like a commercial, or if somebody looks at me the wrong way. So like, this is a safe space for crying. Last week, we talked to a mom whose kids are in their 20s and 30s, and like she still cries talking about her kids. Like, it's just...
Can't even imagine. Like,
we fucking love our kids.
It's crazy. Yeah. And
we also love who we are outside of our kids. So, and it's a lot to figure out how to do both of those things together. So first, let's start before you had a kid, because you were a fabulous person before that. It's just you keep adding to the fabulosity. Is that a word? You decide you want to be a costume designer when?
So I decided I wanted to be a costume designer. I was in college and I was watching TV, and I like a Spike Lee movie. And I was like, who put clothes on these people? This looks so interesting. Like, it's so cool. And I was actually in school for like, I wanted to be a lawyer. I knew I wanted to be an entertainment lawyer.
Okay.
That was kind of where I was at. But I loved learning, and I loved, crazy enough, politics at the time. And so I got a degree in economics.
Okay.
Yeah, my undergrad and master's was in economics, and I was just like, I just want to be a lawyer, and this is like the route I wanted to take, right?
But you always had some sort of entertainment bug, though. If you knew...
No, for sure. I did also. So backstory, I did all the fashion and film things at my college, right?
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Clark Atlanta, and
Nice.
then I also went to Georgia State. So I was like president of like the film costume design team at school. So I did things like that, right? Like as like
just like things like that.
Well,
Just like things like that. Like we were all doing things like that.
well, it was just a kind of like a pastime and more like a hobby. Things that I didn't realize that I can actually make a career from because I'm a first generation American, Nigerian.
Shout out Nigeria.
That's
Niger.
very true, Nigeria. And so my mother was like, I didn't come here for you to like be an artist, right? You have to be a
Classic, yeah.
lawyer, a doctor, accountant, engineer, scientist, something like that. But you like the arts was just not a thing, right? So it never sparked my mind that I can actually do this as a career. Although I may have known it was a career, but it wasn't an option for me.
Right. It's a career for other people.
For other people. And so until I got an internship and that internship turned into a job offer.
Where was it?
So I was actually styling in music. Ooh. Right? I know.
I could see that for you.
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see her, this is like Queen's casual look is all fuchsia athleisure and like looks more put together on me when I'm going out for like a big event. Like she's got like awesome earrings. She's just put together in a way that I like to think I could one day do, but she just does it without thinking about it. So, yeah,
thank you.
Put together.
So I started in music actually, and I was doing music artist. I was living in Atlanta, and started interning, and then an internship turned into a job offer from a record label, Capitol Records, and then it just kind of spawned on from that. And the film industry wasn't really big in Atlanta then, so like my way
so funny
in,
because it's huge now.
I know, like, can't believe how old I am.
Reader, she is not old.
That part. And so I figured my way in was through music. I knew that music was kind of like super big back then, and that was kind of like my way in. And I just started, styling music artists, and then just circling back on like watching TV with my roommate back then in college. I'm like, I kind of want to dress movie stars, but like in the movies, not on the red carpet.
Interesting.
Like how do I kind of do that? And so that kind of sparked my interest. I started doing some research, found out who some designers were, and just started like cold emailing people. Like who would actually read my email? Nobody did, honestly. And then lo and behold, Tyler Perry. He started his...
Nobody read my emails. And then Tyler Perry showed up.
Because, he was a filmmaker in Atlanta in about 2000.
Didn't he have his own studios and everything?
Yeah, still does. And it's super huge now. But I was there around 2005, 2006 when he was kind of like starting, and when the film industry was just kind of like, scratching the surface in Atlanta. So I was kind of part of that first group of people who started kind of like, cultivating the Atlanta film scene. And then I found myself kind of like I've reached the cap of what I felt like Atlanta can offer me. And it was like, it's time for me to expand my wings to LA.
Okay.
And here we are 20 years later.
A lot of this takes a lot of balls.
Yes.
And at what point did you say, sorry, Mom, I love you. Thank you so much for coming here and bringing me through this life. And your dad was still in Nigeria?
Well, he would, Nigeria and DC.
Right.
So he would go
He
back
was going
and forth.
back and forth. And you said, sorry, parents, I love you so much. I'm just going to disappoint you in the biggest way possible.
Yeah. So
how did they take the news?
They kind of didn't want to believe it. They were like, okay, so when you finish doing this, and then just let me know when you're going to start actually going, like, applying to law school.
Sure.
At this point, I had already graduated.
Denial.
Right? It was total denial. Like, okay, great. This is really, really nice. But just whenever you're ready, just let us know. We're here to support you. And so...
when you're in need of support, you just let us know because we're ignoring that this is happening.
Correct. So I think it stuck for them when they started to like be able to brag on me with their friends and see my name on like a television screen and the credits and tell their friends, like Africans love bragging on their children. Like we're their investments and they just want to brag on their accomplishments because our accomplishments is their accomplishments.
100%. Jews are the same. Jews are the same. We do the same thing.
So once she realized that one, I can take care of myself without asking her for money anymore.
That's a big one.
And two, she can brag on me. And three, I can actually start helping her. Right?
Ding, ding,
like
ding.
I can start like, hey Mom, we're gonna go on a trip, but I'm covering it this time. And she's like, wait, you're covering this $10,000 trip? And I'm just like, yeah. So I think that's when she realized like, all right, this is business for her, and she's taking this really serious. She's taking care of herself, and she's becoming successful, and I'm happy for her. And I think that was the point they were like, okay, well,
And I can share this on Facebook.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And law school is out of the cards.
Oh, thank God. So then you moved to LA, and did you know anyone in LA when you got here?
I know a few people. So I would always come to LA for work a few months at a time. Like I would always nudge the idea of coming here. So I would like my agent would get me jobs here for a month or two. I think the longest one may have been like 6 months or so. So I kind of like had a fair playing around and knowing that like LA was going to be my home at some point. But just making that move from the East Coast to the West Coast was also very daunting and scary because,
Huge.
because not knowing, I knew a few people, but not knowing, like not having my community here,
Yeah.
right? Not having family or like really, really close friends to kind of like help me. And so that part was always scary. And so, but once I made it, I always say to myself, one, I wish I would have moved earlier. And two, I'm so happy that I did finally move.
What's the like, was there ever any situation early on where you're just like, how did I get here? Like, I'm on this set, I'm hanging out with Tyler Perry. Because then you went on to like style him for things.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just like you were some anonymous person in this, like you knew him personally.
Yeah. So
You know him, I should say.
right. So the beauty of that with TP is that, once he does kind
TP?
of TP,
Is that
right?
is that what the in crowd calls him?
Sort of. A lot of people call him Mr. Perry, but like I'm like TP.
Okay. TP.
Yes, it was kind of like, wow, I am here, right? But also there's a part of me it was like, oh, I belong here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, and also like, now that I'm here, what's next? That's kind of in my mindset. Like I always try to operate in excellence. And like, if I come into a room, how do I make the room better and leave and add value? Like that's just standard, right?
That is so who you are.
It's just
It
that
totally is.
and so yeah, so actually being there and actually being like, hey, like this is actually tangible, and not having like, I had no mentors. I
Right.
had no like, this is how you do it, and still don't. And like,
Was there like a fuck up early on where you're just like, oh my God, this is so cringe looking back on it now?
many fuck ups, many in so many different ways. But fuck ups are like lessons, and you learn, and you also pivot. And you become a mastermind of how you do things. And like, even like, I love that I had so many fuck ups. Can we just keep on saying fuck ups?
Yes, this is where this is where the word fuck lives.
Love it. I love that I had so many fuck ups, because I always say to myself, in like parts of my team, like if I didn't have those fuck ups, I would not know how to like manage newer situations.
Totally.
Right. So always loving to like, I love a challenge because it makes me stronger, better, wiser, and just to find a new way to just like solve problems.
So when you came into the industry, you came into a unique space in the sense that it was a first and foremost Black creative space. I mean, this is Tyler Perry's world that he has created in kind of a unique way for the first time. Then you come to LA and you're sort of out of that bubble for the first time. Does it feel different when you're on productions that the like creative boss man mastermind isn't?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think so. While I was in Atlanta, one of the reasons why I kind of like fell into the Tyler Perry nook was because there were a few other filmmakers, maybe one other Black filmmaker. His name was Will Packer, but there were also other Caucasian filmmakers. But like, they wouldn't even like, and like I was invisible to them. You know what I mean? So like I kind of fell into the Tyler Perry world because I was African American, and because like, hey, he's like, I see you, right? No one else saw me. And so once he saw me, then I worked other places in Atlanta too, but I was always the only one, right? The only Black girl on set.
Right.
And I never was able to grow in my career in other productions except Tyler Perry, right? Like I knew I wanted to be a designer. Like I always wanted to be a designer, but I ended up being a set costumer, a buyer, doing other jobs in costume design in lower tier levels because like no one else saw me.
Right.
So it was always hard. And then coming to LA, it's still hard, and it's even harder.
How long have you been in LA now?
I've been here for 6 years, right? And even with Ruth Carter, who's actually double Oscar winner for costume design. Her, I think 2 years back to back, or maybe she skipped a year or two. But her paving the way for a lot of us African American young costume designers, still hard. But we're able to slowly be seen, slowly be heard, and there'll be a time where we don't have to do that.
Well, I just think it's super interesting because now, obviously, you've been working on a show for 2 seasons, Bel Air, which is kind of known for its clothes, and that's you. You are the costume designer for that show. You are responsible for giving it this personality, and really expressing the character's personality through their clothes in a way that is just paramount to that show being a success. But you're the only head you're the only black head on that show, department head, right?
Yes, I mean, for the exception of hair and makeup, and our showrunner is a black woman, but every other department head is not African American, right?
It's just interesting. I mean, it's hopefully this story is going to change over time, and in a couple of years, us having this conversation, people will be like, this is so boring, why are they even talking about it? This is a moot issue. But we're not there yet, so it is interesting. And it's interesting because you're raising a little girl.
I am.
Or a little person, regardless of gender, who is going to be a person in the world. So let's now get to her and this story and get to your sort of motherhood journey. Did you always know you wanted to be a mom?
Yes, I always knew I wanted to be a mother. I always knew that I wanted to have a mini me of my own to care for and nurture, and just give her or him, whoever that would have been,
whoever showed up,
a window seat to my life, and give her or him the best life, her now that she's here, the best life that I could possibly give her in my bandwidth. Always knew.
So you always knew you wanted to be a mom. I did not. So I'm always interested because I do think some people figure it out later that they're like, oh, I'm up for it. Or this is a core part of who I am. And so you knew you wanted to be a mom. When did your then partner, how old were you when you guys sort of decided to start this journey together?
So we met at about 28. Yeah, actually 10 years ago this year. But we knew we wanted to have kids at about 32. I knew I was it's about that time. So I knew I had to start thinking about it now. And it was kind of okay, well, let's get ready. But I'm when are you ever ready?
You're not.
You're never ready, no matter what. And so around about 32, I was okay, let me start thinking about this and start planning ahead for my life and kind of figuring out how to make this possible.
And was your mom still with us then, or no?
No.
So how old was she? How old were you when she passed away?
I was 28, 10 years ago.
That's hard.
Yeah, 10 years ago this year.
Wow.
Next month. I know. Fun fact. My mom, I think I've shared this with you before, my mom and Simi. So my mother transitioned August 24th, 2014. Simi was born August 24th, 2020.
That's crazy.
So 6 years to the day. And my due date was September 20, a whole month early, right? So literally
incredible,
just came right back to me.
Incredible. And do they share any sort of similar traits?
Oh, they're the same. I call her mom. And funny enough, my mother called me mom, but I'm Mom, just relax, because they're the same. Just reincarnated.
Incredible. I can't begin to imagine whether you don't have a mom because you never did, or a parent in that way because you never did, or because they were taken too soon, entering this chapter of life without having that sort of support. Or you just have a parent who isn't very supportive. That also happened, and that's also very sad too. I can't imagine what it must have been like to have Simi come into this universe. Who are you calling for advice, for support? How are you figuring it out?
Let's add let's add COVID and pandemic in there too.
Yeah, of course. So you're totally alone. I mean, you had your partner at the time.
Yeah, it was the hardest and still is the hardest thing. And thankfully, and I'm so blessed, and I didn't learn this until after my mother passed away. I had a friend tell me, she goes, you should be really, really, really happy you had a mother that loved you and you guys had a relationship. And just think about all those times and then think about the people who did not have that with their mom, because a friend of mine was one of them. And it never occurred to me that no one had a mom that wasn't like mine.
Right.
Until she was gone. You know what I mean? Like that
Totally.
was the silver lining. I'm like, wait, so everyone's mom isn't like my mom? Like it never occurred to me that was a thing. And so that struck a chord with me. I'm like, wow, like I had like an amazing mother for 28 years, 28 short years, but she was my best friend. Like we would be on the phone for hours. We would like, she was my best friend. And so just knowing that she didn't get a chance to see Simi or meet her.
Yeah. I can imagine that still has to be raw.
It's still, you know, but, and sometimes Simi goes, Mommy, where's your mommy?
Yeah.
I break down.
I know. It's
every
so hard.
time I have to look away from Simi. I'm like, she's in heaven. She has no idea what that means, but she will one day.
We talk a lot about heaven because I lost my grandmother last year, and you know, my son knew her and they had their own relationship, but he still will ask, or he'll say, I'm thinking about Gigi today. And so he knows about heaven. Oh, what do you think Gigi's doing? Oh, she's with Tom Petty and Bob Marley.
I love you.
And I'm like, you know what, dude? She fucking is. But it's just like the stuff that they put together on their own, because there's been some time we've been in the car listening to Tom Petty, and he's like, well, where's Tom Petty now? And I'm like, he's in heaven. And then he's like, I know somebody else in heaven. I bet they're chilling. It's like, you know what? They're
so smart. They're so smart. So smart.
So I bet she does have some concept.
She does. She doesn't know where heaven is, I don't think.
Me neither. So Sydney, if you figure that out, give me a call.
Or the context, but she knows it's a place that's where my mommy is, right? The beauty of it is that everyone's mother, like all of my friends' moms are her grandmoms, right? Like she goes, oh, grandma this person or grandma that person. And I was, you have so many grandmas.
I know.
So she gets so excited and she goes, you know, so yeah, and I do have an aunt who is the most amazing person in my life. She's my mom's elder sister, who's about 76 now. So that's like her numero uno grandma kind of now. But she has so many grandmas, and like she gets so excited about that.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I mean, the most social, down to party child I have ever met in my life. She is just comfortable in any room. She really is. It's incredible.
Yeah.
My dude is like a little bit, you know, slower to warm. It takes him some time to figure out a new social situation. Meanwhile, your daughter walks into a room and she owns the room.
She does.
She just runs it.
I have no idea where she gets it from, because she'll walk into a room. She goes, hi, I'm Simi. What's your name? And she started doing it like 2, you know.
Don't you think she gets some of that from you?
Well, I'm not. Well, maybe.
But you build her up. Do you guys do affirmations still?
Oh, every morning. We do affirmations.
Tell me.
So every morning we have a mirror in our garage, right? So before she gets in the car, goes to school, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm amazing, I'm confident, I'm a Black girl, God loves me, like every single morning. And if there's a morning that I miss, she goes, Mommy, I didn't do my affirmations. I couldn't get in the car yet. So like she reels me back in if we're like in a bunch and late. I'm like, okay, you're right. We didn't do them yet. But every morning, and she's just, cause I just want her to know that she's strong. And we just started this thing. I'm like, cause she's like, if I call her baby, she goes, I'm not a baby. So we just started this thing. I'm like, big Simi, not the little Simi. She goes, yeah, it's big Simi, not the little Simi. It's so funny. She's so hilarious. But she is just full of life. Like I am like, you know, for me, it was I consciously put her in school at like 11 months, right? One, because I didn't have any family here and I wanted her to have community. That was like one of my number one things for her. I grew up going to like, if it wasn't like my real cousin, like in African community, everyone's your cousin, right?
Sure.
So
Sure.
like I grew up going to sleepovers with my other cousin, you know, and like just having or what felt like family around. And I don't have, I mean, other than you, maybe a few other people, but like I don't have anyone like that, right? So I wanted her to have a sense of community. And I also didn't want her to be scared of people because she was a COVID kid.
Right.
Right. And so I put her in school at about 11 months, and she immediately just started being social. I wanted her to be social and communicate and learn different things. And also there's a time when like, it's so much you can give your kid too.
Totally. Fuck
like,
yeah, man.
It is so much. And that occurred to me.
If it's not going to be me, it's going to be the fucking television.
Yeah.
At some point.
And so, so just fast forward now, she is full of life. She wakes up in the morning and she goes, Mommy, where are we going today?
Have you ever wondered, wow, I would love for this podcaster to sell me something already? Well, you're in luck. Today I'm selling you on something highly exclusive, highly niche, highly Mutha. Just kidding, we're in the early stages over here, but if you've got a company or a cause you'd like to promote on the pod, get in touch. We're a good time.
Because I made a conscious effort. Like, we do things. Like, we are so active. We go places every weekend, every day if we can. Like, it's not a dull moment because I want her to feel full, right? I don't want her to feel like she's missing out on too much or doesn't have certain things that other kids doesn't have. So I try to keep her so full and just, she's full of life. She brings me joy. She's full of life.
How, so, Simi was how old when you became a single mom?
She was, how old was Simi?
2?
Well, honestly, sometimes you're married and still single. So
there
I don't
you
even
go.
know when
That's
you.
true.
So how do I answer that real question? The day she was born? It's like, no. I truthfully, like the day I became a single mom, she was 2. And she'll be 4 in 2 weeks, right? So about 2 years ago, that's when I mustered up the energy of like, with my then partner, I was like, I'm, enough of your 10%.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
And if I'm doing all this, I can just do the other 10% on my own. So, if I'm doing the 90 or 95 on some days, I'll just pick up the other pieces and I'll figure it out. So anyway, answer your question. Short answer is about 2 years.
Answer your question. So at 2, you were saying, okay, I don't have family here, but I know what's best for me and I know what's best for my kids. Let's just go back to the pair of balls on you, because you're saying I have to do what's long-term best for me and my daughter. Were you scared?
Oh, frightened. I was so scared. I was so frightened. But I just knew that I wanted to be happy, right? And with so much therapy and mental work and I have like this big, huge, gigantic toolbox of how to navigate my emotions and my brain and myself and all the things. And so I know there's like a goal of where I want to be. And I knew that if being in that relationship, I was far away from that goal, far away. And I knew that however I felt, I didn't want my daughter to feel that way.
Right.
Like no matter what, no matter what, like when you have a kid, the first couple of months you're like, okay, cool. But as they get older, you start to realize how much more responsibility you have on their life. You're like, when they're infants, you're like, okay, keep the baby alive. And when they start to be cognizant, you're like, oh, I have a real job in this world.
Yeah.
Right? Like when they start to get cognizant. So I was just like, how do I allow her to feel joy and be happy and to have a mom that's full?
And now, I mean, there are just like all these logistical questions that I always wonder with single parents, because there are only so many hours in the day, and sometimes you work 18-hour days on set.
Yeah.
It's like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Who are you pulling in? Who is the community that's like enabling you to crush it at work, which you are, and still, have all the support for Simi?
It's so complex because, sometimes like when people say, I'm a single mom, I'm a single dad, but I'm like, how single mom or dad are you?
Right.
Because that is so, it's just, it has a full spectrum and a full range.
Right. Like, are you co-parenting? Do you have active grandparents?
Yeah.
Like, what does that
all
look
the
like?
things. And I always say this, right? And I always felt like one should actually, I don't know, a docu or whatever about like single parentness and like the actual spectrum of it, right? And for me, it starts with being a first generation African. Like, I have a huge family. They're just in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, huge. My mother was one of 17.
Holy shit.
So,
Wait.
yeah, I have, and I'm so close to all my family. So, but they're just not
One
here.
body made 17 people?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
17.
My vagina
That
is
part.
just, like, contracting
Jolting.
into my body right now.
So, so starting with, like, not actually having... and I have family everywhere now. Like, most of my family is in Nigeria, right? But we're huge. I have family in Canada, and Norway, London. I mean, they're everywhere. Nigerians travel so much. So not having just like immediate family here. I think my closest immediate family is in Sacramento, which is my aunt, and a cousin. My sister is in DC with my dad. So like that, just not having them around is one thing. And then also the other part of it is like, how do you and your co-parent and like what stage are you at co-parenting, if there is a relationship and there's not. And so, right now for us, there's not. One day I'm sure there will be. So I am like a 24/7 mom. Yeah. Like if it's not me,
there's no backup.
Yeah. There's no backup. There is no, hey, I'm not available right now, can you pick her up? I just don't have that. So if I have help, it's paid help. Yeah. That's just it. Like I have a couple of nannies that I can call to see who's available. And if I'm still working, I pick Simi up and she comes right back to work with me. Hangs out at the studio. She, luckily everything is in this area right now that I'm working on. Well, I live in Studio City. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I live in Studio City.
Nobody try and find her.
That part. And her school is around the corner, so it makes everything easier. There are like 2 or 3 nights a week where I'll have like the nanny pick her up, and take her home, and then I'm there for like dinner, bath, bedtime, and kind of make it that way. But it's hard, but it's all the help I have is paid. Yeah, that's just it.
It's intense. I mean, obviously, you can always drop her off here. Obviously, that will happen. She'll be running the house. She'll be running the house. I'll happily let Simi be in charge. And on top of, you've thinking about her education, what you want for her. She's doing, tennis? Is she doing tennis? Did I make that up?
She's about to do tennis. She's about to do tennis.
She's been doing dance for a long time.
Oh, like 2 years now, since she was 2.
You are doing things. It's like the classic adage of like, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. Like the amount you are able to squeeze into a day still baffles me. I still don't understand how it happens.
I'm always tired. That's for sure. Not always, but
most of the time.
Most of the time, I'm pretty exhausted.
And I assume that leaves like very little room for dating or having a social life outside of what you're doing with Simi.
Yeah, I mean,
are you figuring that piece out?
I'm navigating and figuring it out, right? Because for me,
all inquiries can be sent to my DMs.
Oh yes, please do. So it's kind of beautiful. So when I decided that I wanted to be happy and how it looked for me, I was like, I still want to have a social life. At some point, I'm going to date again. I want her to be full. And I just tickled by like, give someone busy work. Like, that's me. I have friends like, you don't know how to sit down. Like, I can't, I have to always do something. Not a good thing. But
you get a shit ton of stuff done.
I do. I just can't be stagnant, right? But just going back to Simi, I just always wanted her to feel full. So she does dance, she does swimming, she does soccer. She's enrolled in tennis. What else? I'm missing something that she does. Gymnastics. She has funny enough. Here's also beauty in it. So one of her nannies is like a gymnast. So like she has a personal.
Oh, excuse her.
I know. It's just like, so she's learning all the things. So she does gymnastics. So like she is so full, but also like, even after I put her to bed, and if the nanny needs to stay until like 2:00 in the morning while I go out and have a drink with a friend, then I do that.
Yeah.
then like, because that's what's going to bring me joy. And I always also too, something that I started doing when I left her dad was showing up for other people, showing up for myself. Because when I was with him in our partnership, I found myself, and a lot of women do this, is we start to drench ourselves in our relationship. And some of my relationships kind of like dissolved, right? So I had to figure out a way to like, this, I can't let this happen. Like, I have to be conscious about like, you know, the energy I put out in the world and what that means to me and what I want to come back to me. So I was like, no matter how tired I am, or if I can do it, if I have just an hour, you know, I'll get dressed and I'll show up for someone.
You do. You sent me, like, you delivered the best, like, the best. If you need a postpartum gift package, like, this is who you want delivering the care package. It was the most, also, like, you also have time in all of this to, like, go hiking and be healthy. And, like, you're, like, feeding your kid amazing food that I want you to feed me also. It's just nuts. It's incredible.
Thank you.
It's tiring to think about.
It is. I work out every morning, especially if I'm not like on set. If I am on set, I'm like on my Peloton in the evening. But like every morning, I hike. It's meditative. It's restorative for me. It just helps me all in all. Like I just go to Fryman every morning and just go for a hike. And I love to eat, and I love good, clean food too. Even last night, like you're gonna laugh at this. Samima had like Chilean sea bass with like, literally not even joking, with like asparagus, and I made this butternut squash souffle. You would love it.
Excuse her?
It was so good. And she's like, Mommy, more?
Okay, I'll take that recipe.
It was really good.
I will eat that. My child will eat nothing. So she never hit a picky phase?
She is kind of picky. Like she also was just like, Mommy, I think I want wontons and quesadilla, or a quesadilla tonight.
I would kill
you know
if
what I
my
mean?
kid ate a fucking wonton. I would love a kid to eat a wonton.
Oh, she loves wontons and sushi now too. She's a sushi eater. There was a time where like when she was around 1.5, where she just ate noodles and
but
milk.
She came out of it on. She's on the other side.
Oh, she's on the side. She's like, I want to try all the things.
She really is the best. So now you're in this new phase. She's about to start the next chapter of her education, and that's like a whole other thing. And so she's going to be in a new environment. You're going to be in a new environment. When you, like, I forced you to be my friend when I met you. I was like, this is somebody that I need to have as my friend. Going into this environment, meeting new parents. This is the first time you're going to be really, like, meeting new parents as a single mom.
Yeah.
How, like, do you want to make friends with these other people? Or are you just like, I don't have time for this. I don't even have time for the friends I have now.
You know, funny enough, I have thought about this, right? And so many layers. Simi is going to a new environment. I am mortified because I'm like, how am I going to like handle this? She's growing up. Stop. like just stop. Let me just start. Like, just stop. But, you know, going into a new environment for her and kind of like seeing how she's going to do. I'm inspired by Simi, right? Like,
she's fearless.
When she goes to the playground, she goes up to kids and she goes, "Hi, I'm Simi. You want to play with me?" Like, you know, kids look at her like, Mommy, this person's talking to me. But do I want to make new mom friends?
Or dad friends. Parent friends.
You know, if I can be totally transparent, you know, Simi is going to go to a school where she is, and like she is now, like one of the only black kids in her school, right? And now she's going to a new school and I'm a single mom, right? So I'm just like, are these people going to like look at me like, oh yeah, here's a black woman and she's a single mom?
Oh my God, absolutely.
You
fuck them if that is.
You know what I mean? Like what is, you know, not that I can't say I don't care because I just said it, so I do a little bit, but I'm just kind of like,
how are you going to be received?
How am I going to be received, and how do I respond to that and their perceptions? Because, you know, being married, being divorced, like it was no one, well, some people do plan for this, but I didn't plan for that, right? But I'm just like, you know, and some of these moms are kind of like mean girls.
But we don't have time for them.
Mm-hmm. We don't.
You know, the other night, every night, my son asks me to make up a story on the spot at bedtime. No pressure. And it's usually, he'll give me like a topic.
No way.
The other night, he wanted a story about cookies. So I said, once upon a time, there was an oatmeal raisin cookie. And every time the oatmeal raisin cookie went to the party, nobody wanted to talk to the oatmeal raisin cookie, because who fucking likes oatmeal raisin cookies? And every week it would be somebody's birthday and the oatmeal raisin cookie would go and nobody would talk to him, and it was really a bummer. And he was about to give up on going to the parties, and he went to the party, and this little girl walked up to him and said, "Excuse me, are you an oatmeal raisin cookie?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Oh.
"Why?" She said, "That's my favorite kind of cookie." And it just goes to show you don't need a lot of people to like your cookie. You just need one person to like your cookie. And that's really what friendship is, especially in this chapter of our lives, is like you don't need a lot. You just need quality, right?
That is so powerful.
So it only takes like one parent being cool, and if the rest suck, like fuck them, and that's good fodder for you to talk about when you hang out with the one cool person when you get drinks.
Exactly.
When you pay $5,000 an hour for your babysitter to have the privilege.
That part.
Right?
That's such an amazing story. Like, honestly, like that small little gem it has so many layers to it.
And it was about cookies.
It's about cookies. But it's so true. That is true. You just need one. You don't need what is it? Quality over quantity, right? Yeah. So it's definitely about just finding that.
There's going to be some Nigerian adage for this, because Nigerians have the best like sayings.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Always. Everything is a parable.
Everything's a parable.
Everything. That I'm so sad that I don't speak the native tongue. I know little bits and pieces, but the language is even in parables.
Oh,
even
totally.
Yoruba and Igbo, there's so many other languages there, but some of the main languages, like the language is even in parables. Yeah. So one quote my mother left me with, and she would always say it when I was younger, was, "If you don't do it for yourself, no one's going to do it for you." And that remains constant in my mind and plays every day, every moment. And it's true, right? If you don't do it for yourself, no one is going to do it for you. Like, not in this world, definitely not in this country.
For sure.
So, I just try to pride myself of like, if I can give something my best and do my best, then I'm going to do it.
When you watch Simi and she is getting older, and they both are somehow all of the time, are there things that you say, "This is what I want for you," or "I really hope you don't"? Like, we joke, we're like, "Oh, please don't be an accountant." Like, it's a joke. If you're an accountant, I have a lot of respect for what you do. I don't totally understand it, but I'm proud of you.
Yes, same.
But like, so we joke as, we're like an artistic, creative family. It's like, don't do that. Is there anything that you're like, "Oh, Simi, don't be a costume designer. It's too hard"?
I haven't said don't do something.
But in your mind.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
Not to her.
Oh, I'm like, yeah. Oh, no, for sure. So she's on this thing where she's like, "I'm going to be a veterinarian." She loves cats. I don't have a cat. I'm not a cat lady. She
also into cats in this house.
Cats. Like, I have no idea where she got it from. But she loves taking care. One thing about Simi is she loves taking care of people, babies, and things, animals. Like, she's very, very charismatic. We went to the park yesterday, and she doesn't want to play with the 4-year-olds, right? She played with like an 18-month-old and was like
sweet.
Showing little baby how to ride the scooter.
Okay, she's
and, like,
hired.
helping bring like, she is so helpful and caring. I was just like, wow, you need a sibling.
You said it, not me.
That part. So it's kind of like, I kind of, whatever she wants to be, I want her to flourish. But, there's something I don't want her to be.
Like, like your parents jokingly they weren't joking. But
yeah.
Like, you're going to be like a doctor or a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Entrepreneur or business person. You're not going to do something creative. Do you have that in you, or do you think because you broke from that tradition, now you can see all of the options for her? Or there a part of you that's like, please don't be an actor?
I mean, I do want her to be whatever she wants to be. I just want her to. I'm sorry.
No,
I just want her to do something that makes her happy. Honestly, so I haven't thought about like too much into what not.
I mean,
to
she
do,
is like 4, so I think you've got
enough time
to decide what terrifies you about what she might become. Now, when you're out in the world, I can't go like 5 seconds in the world without being like, I have kids. Like I can work it into any conversation. I will find a way to be like, "Oh, well, I didn't bring my child with me to Trader Joe's today. How peaceful it is to be at Trader Joe's without my children." When you are out in the professional world, do you feel like you have a wall up, or meaning like this is professional queen and there's home queen, or is it all kind of mixed together?
Oh, it's all mixed together. You know, Simi is at whatever point that I feel comfortable and I kind of feel like it's safe to kind of bring up a kid. I do. And it just comes out, honestly. It's just kind of like a normal part of a conversation.
Yeah.
Of like, you want to go someplace? Oh, I have a daughter. I can't do that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just part of it. But also, too, kids bring joy, right?
It's true.
To any conversation or anything you're doing, kids always bring joy. And not everyone likes kids, but kids somehow, some way, they just bring joy. So my daughter will pop up in a conversation. And also, too, at work, she's there a lot. After school, they're like, hey, where's Simi?
Right. That's amazing.
You know?
That's actually like an incredible memory for her to have, for when, like, just for her own story, growing up, being on a set and, you know, surrounded by all of these amazing costumes. Like, what an incredible piece of her story that she gets to have.
Yeah, I'm so excited for her too when she gets older, because, you know, so I'm in fittings all day, right, with all my actors, and so there's so many photos and fitting photos of her with different actors, and just I can't wait to, like, when these actors, you know, grow in their career and like, hey, when you were 3 years old, you had a picture with this person, and like she sees it, you know what I mean? She's like, oh my goodness, and you know, and they all love her. The actors, the producers, like my team, they all love her. So just to see everybody kind of like she's growing up in this, right? So we'll see. Maybe she'll do something in the film in the business, but if not, fine. But you know, it's just so beautiful to see her kind of flourish in the community that I'm in.
And for you, so there are some like very clear through lines for you that you've been this way your whole life. Like, you've been super goal oriented your whole life. You like things the way you like them. You do them the way you think they should be done. You have like an eye for perfection in how you deliver something. Have there been any aspects of you, professionally, personally, whatever, that have changed since becoming a mom?
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's some stuff where it's like, if I met you at 10 and I met you now, I bet some stuff would be exactly the fucking same.
Right. No, some things are definitely the same, but also just knowing that perfection doesn't make things perfect. Like, I had to learn that, right? Like, and also giving up a sense of like control, right? Learn that just through therapy of like not knowing like my perfectionism is part of my control. And I had to like release that and like, hey, like I can make a mistake and it's okay. Like, you know, and something that I'm learning through motherhood, through Simi. I'm like, mommy just made a mistake. Mommy had an accident.
Yeah.
Mommy made a wrong turn, or mommy planned wrong. We're here and they close in 5 minutes. Whatever the case may be. I'm learning through her, and I'm learning that everything does not always have to be perfect. There are some days that I just want to go to sleep all day and then want to lay in bed. And I do that.
That sounds wonderful.
Like, right? Because sometimes I go so much and I crash.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Like, there has to be some of that. But I like that. Kids do force you to relinquish control whether or not you want to, right?
And be still, for sure.
So now, professionally, you've wrapped on season 3 of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you know what happens next for you? Or do you have a dream project that you're hoping shows up?
So we're about to, season 3 we just wrapped, and it airs August 14th. I actually have a big event coming up this week I have to get ready for. You know, with the strike residue still happening, still kind of in our orbit, I don't know what's next. However, I know I want to do a feature film. I feel it coming. I feel it kind of like in my world. So hopefully with the strike, you know, coming to a cease, the slogan is survive until 25, right?
Oh my gosh, it's so grim.
It's very, very,
but 25 is not that far away.
It's not that far away. Silver lining. And the beauty of it is every year I try to take about 2 to 3 months off. Like that. I've been doing it for like a decade, right? I just couldn't imagine getting up every day and just having like, you know, Christmas or Easter, like that would just give me panic attacks year round.
Yeah.
So, so this will, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months, something will come up. I am enjoying this time off because Simi is starting a new school. We just had our mommy and me trip. So like I get to do things like that. And so once she starts her school and her new school in a few weeks, then I'll start to think about like, okay, now what am I doing next?
What are you going to take on next?
Yeah. But I'm truly truly enjoying this.
I can't wait to see what you do next. I can't wait to see what she does next, quite frankly. But I feel really lucky that I get to watch all of the shit that you do, mainly because I'm too tired to do any of it. And I like to do a fraction of what you do in a day. But
you have 2 kids now.
No, it doesn't matter. One doesn't really do much. But I think you bring such a healthy perspective to the fact that like shit can be really hard, but it doesn't have to be sad, because you just bring joy with you wherever you go. And it's a good reminder, like for me, when I'm being a grumpy bitch sometimes, it's like, actually, I don't have to be grumpy right now. I could choose to be silly or happy. And, I hope that people listening to this conversation realize that they could choose to be silly and happy and joyful too.
Yeah. And in pain, there's beauty, right?
Yes.
In pain, there's beauty, and they can coexist, right? But now when there are things or challenges I'm having, I always try to find the silver lining, right? Like what is a lesson and what is the beauty in this pain or the beauty in this challenge, and how does it make me better? That's kind of like how I look at things now. Like, what can I learn from this versus like, oh my God, this just happened to me and I'm just, I'm in this bunch. So I just try to find the beauty and the joy out of a situation, and that helps me.
We love it. Well, thank you for being here, Queen. I really appreciate you coming to the closet, and can't wait for our next conversation and to see what the next project is.
Ooh, yay. Thanks for having me. I love you so very much. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in next week for another chat in the closet. In the meantime, follow along on Instagram at mutha.life for our regular recipes, rants, and riots. And check out our website, www.mutha.life. This podcast was produced by Mutha Life, music by Ronan Landa.